Hello and welcome to Cultivated World, the channel that brings you the good stuff from the world of watches. It's finally happened, the one that many of you have been waiting for. Rolex have bestowed upon us the so-called Rolex GMT Pepsi with the ever-popular Oyster Bracelet in oyster steel. We'll be taking a close look at this GMT and consider whether this model release was a good move for Rolex. Also, how could it affect anyone looking to purchase a Pepsi GMT from an authorized dealer? This is the Rolex GMT Master 2 with reference 126710BLRO. Interestingly, this is the same reference prefix as the model with the Jubilee bracelet. It is this reference that shows on the warranty card. So, you are unable to tell whether the GMT was originally on an Oyster bracelet or on a Jubilee bracelet. Keep that in mind, more on that point later. The Rolex GMT Master was first launched in 1955 and was created as a collaboration with Pan Am, which was the largest international air carrier at the time. Red and blue were the chosen colors of the bezel on the Genesis GMT, and there's no denying, an icon was born. The red and blue bezel GMT went through many iterations, evolving throughout its lifespan with many incremental upgrades along the way. The Rolex GMT Master 2 16710 was launched in 1989 and was in production for 18 years. Eventually being discontinued in 2007. This was the last steel Rolex GMT with a Pepsi bezel with an oyster style bracelet, and we've been waiting a whole 14 years for its gracious return. Since the original GMT with the black and blue bezel was discontinued in 2019, if you wanted your Rolex GMT with an oyster bracelet, you had to go precious metal. Either in roller saw or full 18 karat gold. You could have even had a Pepsi bezel GMT with an oyster bracelet, but in white gold. I'm guessing this 2021 release in steel would have royally pissed off those that bought the white gold version with either the black or blue dial. In my personal opinion, this is a minor indiscretion from Rolex. I believe if you're going to spend a fair chunk of change on an 18 karat gold Rolex, then you should expect Rolex not to release a model that looks almost identical for a quarter of the price. The GMT with the meteorite dial is a good example of Rolex having a clear, unique identifier for the heavy hitter. No one is going to mistake the meteorite dial GMT for steel, that's for sure. So what's new with this GMT? Well, it really is the same watch, just with a different bracelet. As mentioned before, it even has the same model number on the warranty card as the Jubilee bracelet model. So, has Rolex increased production of the steel Pepsi bezel GMTs now that there are essentially two steel variants available? Not from what I've heard. It seems that Rolex is producing the same amount of bezels and splitting them between the two bracelet options. So, if you have your name on the list for either bracelet model, you will likely have to wait twice as long because they are producing up to half as many in each option. It's not all doom and gloom though. For the first time ever, Rolex will be selling bracelets separately. So, if you're offered a Jubilee bracelet GMT but want the Oyster bracelet, it may be a good idea to go ahead and purchase a Jubilee bracelet GMT and then get the Oyster bracelet afterwards. There is one caveat though. You have to send your GMT to Rolex for a service. So, on top of your original purchase, you will have to pay for a service and the price of the new bracelet. And you'll be without your watch for at least a few months. You could argue that this is an expensive way to get the exact bracelet option that you want, especially if you are only looking to pay the retail price. However, if it means you get the exact watch that you want in a more timely manner, it may be the best option for some. And you'll still be way ahead of the grey market price. Additionally, you get to keep the original bracelet, so you can swap between them at your discretion. You get the best of both worlds. Or you could try and purchase both models. We'll be doing a full in-depth comparison video between these two GMT models, so please subscribe to ensure you don't miss that one. I must admit, the different bracelet does really change the character of the watch. However, is that enough to call this a new watch? I'll leave that for you guys to decide in the comment section below. Thank you for watching our video showcasing the new 2021 Rolex Pepsi GMT, and if you like watches as much as we do and want to see more content like this, please like and subscribe, and remember to hit that bell icon.